Hello, friends. Welcome to part 2 of this very chilling junk journal creation. Let's get started. Hi, friends. I'm back for part 2 of making a journal out of a treat box. So if you watched part 1, you saw how I used a cut up box to make this little journal that folds out into has two little booklets in it, and then a little like tuck spot here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. Now it's the fun part of decorating. I did one thing off screen, which I apologize for. I wasn't thinking about it, and then I was like, what am I doing? I should be recording this. I took 2 pieces of leather. I cut them exactly the same size, and then I put a hole in it with a grommet or an eyelet and glued the top 60% of it and left the other parts to be like a wing out. So in other words, I folded it like that, glued it, and then I had 2 pieces that could catch onto the book. And then I glued it with fiber tack onto the book with a clamp to hold it, and then put a piece of elastic, sort of like this cloth elastic. I think it might have even been sold as a hairband. And I'm using that to sort of just be the closure for the book. It holds enough, but it's also flexible enough to give it some to hold it as it gets kind of chunkier. So let's jump in and see what we can do in our little book today. I'm actually very excited. So I went through everything. I went shopping in my craft drawers, which I recommend everyone to do before you go to a store. And I don't know about you, but I tend to be a huge clearance shopper. So I go after holidays and buy lots of things at discount prices. And that doesn't just include craft stores. That also includes things like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, which are discount stores, or fabric stores, or Target, just places that have Halloween type of things. And when I went through my stash, I figured out I had so much more Halloween stuff than I even knew. I had a whole bunch of Tim Holtz Halloween washi tape, which I remember I got at Michael's when they used to carry it. So it's probably at least 3 or 4 years old, maybe even older. I had stickers I didn't know I had. I had labels, die cuts that I didn't know I have. I had these adorable Halloween die cuts that I bought when I was teaching. I think I may have gotten these at AC Moore when that was still in business, and didn't use them all. There's just so many things. The other thing I had, let me show you, is I had Cupcake Toppers. Now, what the heck do you do with party picks? You can use them on the top of cupcakes. I thought they were super cute, and look at, I got them at Home Goods for $3.99. I don't know when, quite a while ago. I might have gotten them for 50% off after the holiday, which I probably did, knowing me. Well, what I ended up doing was having an idea. I took the witch and I just made a simple tag underneath her, and it sort of looks like she has a dress on. And on the back side, I put just some book page and washi tape, and I secured the top of the toothpick with some washi tape underneath, and then a little bit of doily. And then I thought, how cute would it look if she was sticking in this pocket like that? I thought that was so adorable, but then I thought it's also very cute because if you put her slightly to the side, she's peeking through the window. And that became my inspiration for how I'm going to decorate this book. As you can see, there are different types of picks that come in this we don't only have the witch, who is adorable, but we also have a jack-o'-lantern and a ghost and a skeleton. And I thought, how cute would it be if from the back, these were staggered in the book so that you could actually, they would actually look like they were like coming out of the house on this side. They could be in this booklet here as well. And look, it's just like this. And then from the back side, we could have like a whole group of like little critters that are poking out. And because the house is up here, it kind of shields that. So that's kind of my jumping off point with our decorating today. And I absolutely adore how she looks sticking out from here. So within that box of die cuts was this purple like thing, and I thought it's just a sticker, but it is a three-dimensional one, and I thought it really looked cute. Really looked cute as a sort of like the front of the journal. So I think I'm going to stick that on there. And I had thought about putting some cheesecloth too. So here I have a little roll of cheesecloth, which you can get at stores like, you know, like kitchen stores, because it's used a lot in cooking. You can get it at craft stores. You can get it lots of places, and a little goes a long way. So this is very, very white, and I don't think that's the kind of cheesecloth I would want to put behind this little tag. Let me see if I can roughly trim it. These aren't fabric scissors, so. So I'm thinking what I might do is take some of my distress ink, that is the soot, and I might take just a little bit of a little dish, and I might just put some of this ink on the cheesecloth. I could actually, like that. And then if I add just a hair water, a little bit of water, and muck that into it, I can probably turn this cheesecloth black and gray. And what I can do is have it dry while we are doing our, look at that. So I'm going to have that dry, and I'll be right back. So I just took my blow dryer and squeezed out the rest of the ink, and it is this like really nice gray cheesecloth now. It's still a little damp, so I'm gonna do the cover last, but I do like how that supports, you know, sort of that spooky vibe. So I'm just gonna put it over here and have it dry while we are working. Okay. So we're going to leave the cover for now, and we're going to dive right into the inside of the book. I'm not sure I need anything here, but I would like to put a little die cut here. So I found in that die cut pack these skeletons, and I just think they are so adorable. I'm not a cutesy vibe usually when it comes to my books, but I really do like sort of this kind of fun vibe that this has. So I am going to stick this guy. He has so much personality. I think he plays well off of the... Now see, I'm going to pull the foam sticker off the back because I really don't want all that bulk inside of my book. As it is, it's going to be very, very bulky. So I'm just going to take my fingernail. I don't know if there's any better way of doing this. I mean, I think a lot of these die cuts were made when card making was very big, and that three-dimensional foam they added to the top. I understand why they did it, but it's really not what I want here. Okay. You know, it's funny when art glitter glue became very popular and I would see people with the dangly pins, I would think, why do they make dangly pins? And then I lost my pins so many times, I was like, oh, I get it. Now see, this also has a little bit of a sticker, which we want to peel off. And this is sort of just a fun little whimsical project for people who just love Halloween. It would be a great place to put fun Halloween ephemera that maybe you find too precious to use, but so you can put it all in one place and take it out as sort of like a little bit of a decoration at Halloween. It would be good for kids. I mean, it's really good for so many things. I adore Halloween, and I have ever since I was a kid. There's something to me, or there was something to me, about pretending to be somebody you're not for a day or a night. To have your alter ego be something maybe very different than what you are in everyday life. So I think that's super cute. And I like how it's just kind of sideways. So when we go into the first page here, I have to decide what I want to put on this first page. If you recall, I told you I found some artwork in my local newspaper. I could use that. I could just do some simple washi tape, which might be nice. Just a little purple here with the crows. I mean, not every page has to be. Oh, and get this. Look what I found. Okay, again, I have so much stuff that I don't realize I have sometimes. I bought this Martha Stewart Halloween punch set for $2. $2. It has a straight edge and a corner punch. I haven't used it before, so I don't know how accurate it is. Let's throw some scrap paper in here and see how it goes. Let's see, here's my corner. So if I put my corner in, I guess I should do it underneath. That'll help me see better. Okay, that is super cute, but I didn't get that right, so I still need to figure out how to do that. So I guess let me try it one more time. This is why you never try it on your good paper first. All right, so I'm just going to line it up like that and punch it. And that's super cute. So I think what I might do is try with this page to do that. Wish me luck. This could be a disaster. Let's see. I'm going to put my corners in, just like that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So I could do both corners, but I like the effectiveness of only one. And then what I think I'll do, since this orange pokes through, is I will find a washi tape with orange. So let's just do a little orange washi tape. Move my camera a little this way, if I can. Don't you hate when washi tape doesn't peel correctly? All right, let me get it straight. And let's see if I can get it all the way down. Yep, see, look at it, right at the last minute. I can use this piece somewhere else. Let's try that again. For Tim Holtz, that's unusual to have it be shredding like that. Usually Tim Holtz is a little bit better. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down just because I think washi tape tends to, over time, come up. Just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to put it close to the seam, but not all the way in. And then I need some scissors to trim that. Bottom, like that. Okay, so that's a very simple page, just a little bit of washi tape. I could put a pumpkin here, which might be cute because there's a pumpkin there. I would trim that down just a hair though. So I don't know what you guys remember about Halloween, but I am a horror wimp. I cannot watch horror movies. I don't enjoy them. They stress me out. I am afraid of horror, especially anything the occult. But I loved the spookiness of Halloween, and the spookier the better. I loved people's houses that did over-the-top haunted themed things, and I don't know, I loved it. And I loved being just a little bit scared. Not a lot of bit scared, just a little bit scared at Halloween. And I'm still very much like that. I like the creepy, but I really don't want I'm a fraidy cat. I don't want any like really scary stuff. And I'm a wimp watching horror movies with my family who loves horror movies. I'm like looking through my fingers the whole time. Okay, so that's our first little page. Now, I did a big boo-boo. And I should have said this when I was binding it, and I did it, I think, on the other book. Whenever you have a paper that has writing, you should always make sure you're doing it right side up, especially if it's embossed like this. And I did it upside down, which means this page is kind of distracting because it's wrong. So I need to find something that will cover this page almost completely and look cute. So I went on the Graphics Fairy, and I got a bunch of free and not free digitals, but most of these were free. And I thought what I would do is just put a really cute graphic right in the center, and then we wouldn't have to worry about the fact that it was not right side up. And these are just little vintage postcards. So I like that one because it's really nice, bright and blue. But I also like this one because it's a little bit subtle. I don't have any other blue in the book, so I think I'm going to stick with the subtle one. I'm just going to trim it because it is not straight. If I trim it with scissors, it will continue to be not straight because I can't cut a straight line to save my life. So I'm just going to put it in this little tiny cutter. So continuing on with Halloween, I was such a Halloween fanatic that when I had kids, trick-or-treating was, for me, better than any other night of the year. I absolutely, 100%, we did family costumes, and then when the kids were old enough, we did big neighborhood Halloween parties with haunted walks. We made haunted houses. We made mad scientist laboratories. We did skits. I mean, I had more Halloween decorations than I had Christmas or any other holiday combined. That's how much I love Halloween. Okay, so I need a little bit of some kind of a paper to back it, I think, because I want to do something a little bit more than just have it on orange paper. I think I'd like it on like a black paper or something like that. Let's see what I have handy. Looking in my handy dandy scrap scrap drawer first because I like to use my scraps before I use anything else. All right, so we have I have some stripe paper. I don't know if that's a little bit too busy. Let's see if we think that's too busy. And I'm definitely a Halloween girl of like the classics, like the classic monsters, like Frankenstein and ghosts, Dracula, things like that. I'm not like paranormal. Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that stripe with it. So I just think I'm gonna ink it just to give it an edge, and then I'll glue that down. And I love like silly Halloween movies like Hocus Pocus and things that are definitely not really that scary and more like celebrate sort of like the kitschy kind of Halloween. I like the movies like The Craft. That might be a little bit on the edge, but that I like that movie. And I'm trying to think of the one with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. Charmed, I think it was. I really liked that. It was like a romantic comedy about witches, like things like that. I have to admit, don't put on like Friday the 13th or Jason or any of those creepy ones. Give me something a lot more innocent than that. I'm too wimpy to, to do some hardcore Halloween stuff. And I love, for years, I dressed up as a witch, and I would go into my kids' classrooms, and I would do like crafts with them, and I talked in a witchy voice, and I have a full witch outfit. Okay, it's kind of cute, I think. I'm happy with that. And this one is upside down as well. It doesn't bother me quite as much, but it is upside down, so I have to figure out what I want to do on this page. Maybe another image, or actually, why don't we do a pocket that we can do a tag in, and then it doesn't need to be a full page. I kind of like the idea of doing something that's on an angle. So I will look at maybe some black paper here, and I will make a mark. Where to cut. Since it's not that big, I'm going to attempt to cut straight. Let's see how that goes. And Halloween candy, the scent of Halloween candy, can we talk about that? Putting my nose into a box of Halloween trick-or-treat where you can smell the chocolate and all the sugary sweet. Oh my gosh, there is a smell to the mixture of Halloween candy that is like an aphrodisiac to me. It's one of my favorite smells in the whole world. And I loved sorting my candy at the end of the night. And my favorites were also always Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, which I don't think is unusual. I think most people like those. See, that's very cute. And what else did I really like? I really liked, I love candy corn. People think I'm nuts. You either like candy corn or you don't like candy corn. And I'm telling you, I am a candy corn, I love it, but it has to be Brock's. It can't be some other brand because it's too waxy. I really like my candy corn to be a certain brand. And I'm not even that much of a candy person or a sweet tooth. Although, if you follow me, you know I eat those horrible orange circus peanuts, which are complete sugar. And again, probably the same quality as like a candy corn. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this done again. I'm going to take this washi tape and I'm just, oh my gosh, so annoying. So this was the Tim Holtz washi tape. I'm shocked at how poor it is at staying together, but it is what it is. And what I'm going to do is just make sort of a little border on this with the washi tape. Where did the little smaller one? Here it goes. And then I'm going to glue it in, and then we're going to put that tag in. All right, so there's nothing on this page, but this is cute. Do I put anything on there? Do I put maybe a sticker? Maybe something as simple as a sticker, just so there's something on every page. I never would have paid full price for these, so I must have gotten them cheap. All right, since this is a spider web, let's put a spider pumpkin right here in the corner. So then we have these flowers, which are nice colors, but they're not very Halloween-y. It might be fun to pair them with something that's very, well, this is graphic, this color. I think this would be just fine. And actually, I cut out from a dictionary. Man, this tape, friends, it's really going to press my every moment of patience. Let's see if I can get the little piece matched up that did not pull. All right, now I just need to trim it. Okay. So when I was a little kid, I was so enamored with vampires, but also scared to death of them. And I was so silly. I used to take my mother's garlic powder from the pantry and put it on my shelf next to my bed, thinking it would ward off vampires. How silly is that? All right, that's enough for me on that page. Okay, so now we're in the middle. Let's do something cute in the middle. Let's get a die cut or something. Let me see what I have here. Oh, I was forgetting. I need to put my first little friend sticking up somewhere in order for him to show out of the house. So I don't know. There's already a ghost on this side, so maybe I want the ghost to be on this side. So that means he would have to be on the edge. Would he have to be on the edge of a page this way? Yes, he would. Okay, so I need to figure out where would the best part be. Maybe it would be in the center. And what I can do is snip off this right here. I mean, I suppose I could just glue him in. He doesn't really need all that support. Let's see if I can get that off. Now, vellum does not stick very well, so I think what I would like to do is staple him in. But before I do that, I might want to put like a little bit of collage or some kind of something on it so the staple looks cuter. You know, that is if a staple could look cute. Let's see, what could I put there? I could put in a little textile if I have one. Okay, I have this right here. I have this dark green, which I don't care for, and I have some orange and yellow. And then I have this little bit of like black and gray, which I don't mind either if I fray it up a little bit. The ghost can look like he's coming out of something. What could he be coming out of? All right, I just like a little bit of sort of collage that doesn't, it's not really like collage, it's just like little scraps that kind of make it kind of neat. And I can have him coming out of this like that. Although if I turn it over, it's grayer. And it looks a little bit, they look almost like little skeletons. All right, so I'm gonna staple him in like that. And he's just now peeking over the house. And she can still be looking in the window. That's cute. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have a couple of these like little things I cut out. One says harvest. This one says scary and scat, which is kind of cute. I have this one that says haunt. Okay, haunt wins. And I think I could either have it come out like that, glue this down a little bit more, and make like a little tiny collage there, which is kind of cute. Okay, so this page was starting to take a little while, so I decided to grab some things and make it a better spread. I have a little coin envelope that I'm notching, and I'm actually going to I've decided it's a little bit too big, so I'm actually going to make it shorter after I notch it. There we go. I am off camera, which I tend to do a lot this video, and I apologize for that. Trying to stay on camera when you think that, you know, when you're underneath the camera can sometimes be distracting as you wander. So what I decided to do is take this little coin envelope and make a pocket on the left-hand side. I've also decided I'm going to put a tag in it. I'm going to decorate it first with some of the washi tape, the Tim Holtz Halloween washi tape, which I was really shocked that I even had. I kind of, in the corners of my memory, remember I had bought that, but you know, when you buy something that's very specific to a holiday, after the holiday, you put it away and then you forget about it. So I'm going to continue to add, I'm cutting some black paper here. Oh, I'm backing the word haunt, the definition, just to give it a little bit more presence, and I'm going to decide where I'm going to put that on the page. So now I'm grabbing another little die cut sticker from the pack, and I'm going to now continue to work on the envelope. I ended up taking the envelope off camera and throwing some stitches in it, a little zigzag stitch and then a straight stitch just for decoration reasons. And now I'm going to glue it in and I'm putting glue on two corners, which then makes it into a tuck spot as well as a pocket. And I'm now going to struggle with getting all the foam off of this sticker. While I like to work on my pages in order, sometimes I can't decide where something's going to go. So in this case, the word haunt, I play around with it a little bit. So in my experience, the best thing to do is just leave it on the page and go back to it later. I usually can find a solution once I look at it after a little while has passed. I have this slide, which I think will be kind of cute to put on. And it would be cute if there was something Halloween-y behind here. It'd be easier if I took it. So I'm going to take out this part, which I can use for somewhere else. That's cute. So I'm just going to ink the edges of the slide, and I'm going to trim down this cute little picture just a hair so that it's not sticking out past the edges of the slide, and then I will glue it onto the back, and we'll have a really cute little vintage Halloween slide. And I love the little colors of the Kodak. They fit really great into this book. So now I'm just going to glue in the little picture of our witch, and then I'm going to take some washi tape, and I'm going to back the other side of it with this spiderweb washi tape, just so the back is kind of cute. And I'll actually jump ahead because you don't need to see me putting washi tape on. I'm essentially just going to spread it across the back, and then I am going to trim it. But I am going to rip it with a little bit of some little fined pieces that I can pull around the front, just to kind of pull that spider web onto the front, and I will show you that at the end. And here's the cute little slide. So now I'm going to punch a hole in the corner of the slide. I'm going to punch a hole on the paper, and then I'm going to put some washi tape down. And with an orange brad, I'm going to attach the slide to the page, which obviously I've sped up quite a bit just so that it's a little easier to watch. As in any junk journal, some embellishments take more effort than others, but I love this. I love the movement of it, and I think it's super cute. So about this ribbon, how cool is this ribbon? I thought I'd stick it right here on top of the back of the embossed sheet. I might put some black paper behind it because I think that would be effective right there. You know what? If I only glue around the edges, he could be a pocket. It has wire on the edge, so that's going to give that some stability. And I don't really think this is the kind that frays. I might put a little bit of washi just at the bottom, just to kind of finish that. And then we have upside down again. She's cute, and we can use that stripey again. So the stripe ticking paper isn't quite big enough. It just doesn't have quite enough overlap, and it has the rough edges. You know, without seeing the stripe, it doesn't make sense. So I decided to turn the stripe the other way, which actually I like better,
because it's similar to the first one but different. It's sort of like shows consistency, but it also gives you a little variety. So I'm just going to turn it sideways and glue that in, and then place the image on top, and I think that will work out great. Now I decide to punch the opposite page corner with that pumpkin corner punch again, and it looks very cute.
And then the last thing would be, I'm going to take a strip of paper, put it in like that, so that corner really pops.
So I'm going to speed this up a little bit here. I'm taking the piece of paper and laying it down with some glue, and going to trim that out. And then I'm going to take the pumpkin die cut and figure out what I like for the placement. Now I kind of like, let me trim that. I kind of like it riding on the center, right there like that, kind of sticking out. I like how it overlaps the black and the white. I think that's pretty cute. I got to take that backing off that I've been struggling with the whole time, and gluing it down. And I find a little tiny spider die cut, which I think is going to be adorable. And I have this brainstorm that if I take the sewing machine, I could sew down like it's little spider web, like it's hanging from a string. So I put some stitches in, and I'm going to trim that thread, and then I'm going to glue on the little spider. And I think it looks super, super cute. I really, really love the idea of the stitching being his web and him hanging right over the pumpkin like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. And now we are just sort of finishing up this signature. I'm going to go back into that page with the ghost that I didn't finish, and for some reason I don't have it, but you'll see it in the flip through. I do end up finishing this page. So signature 1 is done. I appreciate you watching, and the next video we will do signature 2.